In this video, we're going to show you how to use a QBI Cube to create a custom commission report which you can share with your sales team. For this custom commission report, we're going to use the Sales Analysis Cube. The Sales Analysis Cube contains all of our sales information since we've started using the system. So we're just going to click in our library for the Sales Analysis Cube, which brings up the starting position for the Sales Analysis Cube. One of the first things that I do is get rid of the information that I do not need. This cube contains all of your invoice information ever contained in your system since you first began using your system. We have fields or dimensions across the top. These are outside of the cube. They're not affecting the use of the cube except through filters. We also have fields or dimensions to the left that are dictating how our facts are going to be displayed and calculated. We have a few facts that we don't need. So we've got extended price, gross profit, and extended cost. We're going to go up to our facts drop down in the upper left hand corner, and I just want to get rid of the extended cost. So I'm going to uncheck the extended cost and then click my checkbox. I also don't need to see the totals by customer, so I'm going to right click on the customer name and turn my totals off. One of the things my sales team is going to want to see is the invoice number. So I'm going to drag the invoice number down from my outside dimensions and then just place it where I want it in the cube. I also want to see the invoice date, so I'm going to drag the invoice date into my cube, place it where I want it. Now this is every invoice since the beginning of time, so I do want to filter this. I just want to see December of 2020. So I'm going to go up to my invoice date year up here at the top, and I'm going to use this as a filter. Now I could just uncheck the years that I don't want, but since I just want to see 2020, I'm going to uncheck 2020. And then click my asterisk to do a reversal on all my check marks. Then I check, and now I'm only looking at the invoices from 2020. I'm going to do the same thing on the invoice date and month. And I'm going to uncheck December, click my asterisk to do a reverse selection, and then my checkbox. And now I'm only looking at December of 2020. So now let's do our commission calculation. For this calculation, what I want to do is calculate my commission or my sales team's commission off of gross profit, but I also want to reduce that calculation by 10% overhead. So what I'm going to do is click the FX for user functions. I'm going to start off just doing this calculation. I'm going to calculate it off of gross profit. I'm going to start off with a parenthesis. I like to separate my calculations with parentheses. So we'll go with gross profit. And then we're going to subtract our overhead first. So we're going to do a subtraction symbol, do another parenthesis, and from the gross profit, calculate that overhead. 0.1, close, and close. So here we're taking gross profit and we're subtracting gross profit times 0.1 to get rid of our overhead. And now we're going to do the calculation for our commission. So we'll do a multiplication. And we're going to pay our commission based on 5%. I want this caption for this new field to be commission. And let's make it look pretty. Let's do capital. And on our mask, we're going to add a $sign. When I click OK, I now get my commission calculation. And if I run the tape on that calculation, I'll find that it is based off of my gross profit less 10%, calculated at 5%. Now, if I want to sort this by my sales team, all I need to do is bring my salesperson name into my cube, place it where I want it, far to the left, so it now sorts by my salesperson. I don't need to see the customer number, so I'm going to grab the customer number, drag it to the top, and let go. And now I have a commission report that I can export to Excel. And I can do that just by clicking the Excel button. And here we have our commission report. Now this did bring it over from the cube with all the pretty colors. If I wanted to do just plain text, I would click the Excel button with plain text. And I'll get the same information, only it's just based on the raw data. So within less than 4 minutes, we did a custom calculation for our commissions. I want to save this. But what I do want to do is save this layout or template. So I'm going to click Save Template. And that gives me the option of saving it as a global template, which everyone that uses QBI Cubes can see. Or I can save it as a private template, which is only available for my user. And this is going to be my commission. I'll save that as a private template for now. Your template has been saved. What that gives me the ability to do is next month when I want to do this calculation, I already have the format laid out. So I can come in and do my sales analysis commission. When I do that, it's going to bring up that same sales analysis with my same user function filled out. And you'll notice at the top it says commission, but it does have the latest information. I do need to, each month that I use this, just change my month. So if I'm going into January of 2021, I would click January, turn off December, click my checkbox, and I would go up to my year, uncheck 2020, and check 2021, and then I would have my calculation. Now you might also want to see totals at the bottom. I didn't show you that in the last, so all we need to do is turn totals back on. And now we're getting our totals for each salesperson, and that would be their calculation for January of 2021. And again, we can kick this out to Excel. Each month, again, save it as a template, draw it up. It has current data in it, and we just change our filters, and we have our custom commission report for each month that we can extract and send to our sales team. Now, if any time in the future we want to change our calculation, all we need to do is come up to user functions. We just right-click on the commission. If we want to change it to 6%, 7%, if we want to change our overhead deduction, maybe for 1 month that we need to deduct 12% instead of 1% or 10%. So we could change that to 12% just by changing our calculation. So real easy way of calculating your commission on your QBI Cubes, and ways of sharing that with your commission team or your sales team. We will be developing more videos as time permits. To find more videos, look for our links at our website, adminresourceandservices.com, or you can check our QView YouTube channel.